Is a stock market bubble and an epic crash on the horizon? And Donald Trump may be in serious danger. Today, I read an interesting article on Yahoo Finance, put out by Fortune and written by Jason Ma, titled "The Mother of All Bubbles in the U.S. is Sucking Money Away from the Rest of the World," market expert says. The author of this article referenced Rashir Sharma, who is the chair of Rockefeller International. He said, "The awe of American exceptionalism in markets has now gone too far." He believes the U.S. dominance over global financial markets has reached extreme levels, pointing to a bubble of epic proportions. He said U.S. companies now account for 70% of the leading global stock index, up from 30% in the 1980s, while the U.S. economy's share of global GDP is just 27%. Here are my thoughts. This isn't just some random guy saying this. This isn't a wannabe guru saying this. Rashir Sharma worked for 25 years at Morgan Stanley. He was the head of emerging markets and chief global strategist there. Now, he's a resource to Rockefeller Global Family Office's advisors and clients. If we are in the mother of all bubbles, imagine how painful it could be if it pops. I'm not talking about a little correction. I'm talking about a bubble popping like it did after the dot-com mania, but on an even more epic scale. A full-on crash. Look what happened back in 2020. Even with the circuit breakers that were in place, the market still tanked. Who knows how far it could have kept dropping had the Fed not intervened and injected trillions of dollars. Bitcoin, which was supposed to be a safe haven, followed the market straight down back then. Bitcoin hit a COVID-19 low of $4,106.98 on March 13, 2020. I know Bitcoin is hovering in the mid $90,000 range right now. There's no reason why it couldn't drop back down to its COVID-19 lows if we saw a full-blown market crash. It could even drop below that. Some people might have to sell their Bitcoin to cover their margin calls in the stock market. There are no circuit breakers when it comes to Bitcoin, and it trades around the clock. If Bitcoin started heading in the wrong direction, the crash could accelerate at a rapid pace, and there wouldn't be anything to stop it. Getting back to the article, the author went on to quote Rashir Sharma again as saying, "In the past, including the roaring 20s and the dot-com era, a rising U.S. market would lift other markets. Today, a booming U.S. market is sucking money out of others." He also said, "America is overowned, overvalued, and overhyped to a degree never seen before." Here are my thoughts. With everything this gentleman just described, imagine the global implications of a stock market crash or Bitcoin crash. Imagine the pain that investors from all walks of life would feel. Imagine how companies would react in the aftermath. We might see people carrying cardboard boxes full of their personal property out of office buildings like we did back in 2008. We might see people trying to unload jewelry, collectibles, cars, trucks, pricey electronics, boats, jet skis, RVs, etc. I suspect repossessions would spike. Even people who are locked into a historically low interest rate may be forced to foreclose on their homes because they lost their jobs and can't make the payments. Banks aren't going to want to refinance your house if you and your spouse don't have a job. Now you might say people will just tap their credit cards. Well, reflect on what happened back in 2008 and 2009. Many credit card companies closed accounts or reduced credit limits. It was game over for the people who depended on them. The same happened for business lines of credit back then. This really shocked some business owners who could no longer operate without access to a line of credit. Some banks called their lines of credit, and it was disastrous. As a whole, people have short memories. Many are so caught up in the market hype and Bitcoin rally that they forget about what could happen. Now, some people will say we will never see a market crash or a Bitcoin crash because we have a Fed that will come to the rescue. And maybe that's true, but there are no guarantees that they will get it right. There are no guarantees that they or other central banks around the world can maintain control. I read some of the comments beneath this article. I'll share some of them with you. The first commenter said, Warren Buffett has already sold many billions out of the stock market this year. Berkshire Hathaway's dry powder is probably over $350 billion. If stocks were still such a value investment, why does he have so much money sitting on the sidelines? The next commenter said, when people pay $2+ million for a banana, $30+ million for a pair of shoes, and $750+ million for a baseball player, there's a problem. Bitcoin is going to destroy the economy as its basis is vapor. Another commenter said, huge bubble, many hidden but serious issues. Crash will be historic, but can't pinpoint when. I just hope to survive. Well, my friends, the commenters always have interesting things to say. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. One of the reasons we have seen such excitement in the stock market and in the Bitcoin market is because of Trump getting elected. Many people are optimistic because of all of the things he has talked about doing. He may not be able to do it if he is attacked before he takes office. Let's hope that never comes to fruition. He has a wife and children and many people who love and adore him. This next article references a guy who is concerned. I read this on ZeroHedge.com, written by Tyler Durden, likely a pseudonym for writers at Zero Hedge, titled, Former Secret Service Agent Warns Trump Likely to be Attacked Before Inauguration. The author of this article referenced former Secret Service agent Richard Tripoli, who warned that Donald Trump could be targeted in an attack before he is inaugurated as president, and the Secret Service may not be able to prevent it. He believes Trump could face a threat of a much bigger magnitude. He said that he is not highly confident at all that Trump can be kept safe, noting that the Secret Service that you see out there today is not the Secret Service of yesteryear. Well, my friends, I hate to hear about this. Some of you may like Trump. Others of you may not like Trump. Regardless, I'm sure none of you want him to be harmed. I hope the Secret Service is able to keep him safe. With nearly unlimited resources at their disposal, you would think they could. I hope this former Secret Service agent is wrong with his prediction. He's not the only person in the news recently warning about Trump's safety. Putin was also in the news recently warning about Trump's safety. That doesn't give you a feeling of comfort by any means. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.